Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Gemini in May 2021. What's going on, Gemini? How are you guys doing? I hope that you all are doing well. First things first, my friends. Happy birthday, Gemini. For those who will be celebrating at the end of May, your season is fast approaching. Well, all of you, your season is fast approaching. But also, happy birthday, of course, to those who are born in June. Whenever your special day is, Gemini, treat it like a holiday. That's my advice. I love my birthday. I love other people's birthdays. If it's your birthday, I high five you. I encourage you to pamper yourself, indulge yourself, celebrate yourself. If nobody else is going to do it, you should do it at the very least. You know what I mean? Anyway, guys, so whenever your special day is, I hope it's an amazing time. I hope you, your friends, and your family, everybody who's around you, who cares about you, lifts you up, and it's just great. All right. And very much in general, guys, I hope you are doing well. I hope you're safe, happy, healthy, and secure. Take good care of yourselves and those that you know and love as best as you can, all right? Gemini, no announcements just yet for you guys here in May, so we'll just go ahead and get started with your reading, okay? Well, we'll do the announcements and then we're going to get started. Gemini, anything you want from me, it's in the description box. Timestamp is down there. Information on how to purchase a personal reading with me is down there. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, I give you a link for that down below as well, okay? This is the first half of your reading. We're going to expand on it a little bit later, and we're also going to talk about the overall energy, which will be at the bottom of the deck. But to start, Gemini, you've got the Ten of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and... interesting, that card came out in your pre-shuffle. The World in reverse. So, Knight of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, could be dealing, you don't have to be. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And the World in reverse, World is associated with Capricorn, also associated with the fixed signs. So, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. I don't know why it took me so long to say that, but anyway. You could be dealing with any sign that I mentioned, but don't hold on to it. It is a general reading. And I said 10 of Wands, 2 of Wands, my bad, 2 of Wands. So, either you or someone might be holding on to something or very resistant to let it go, let it die, let it end, let it wrap up. I feel for some of you, this is quite the headache. This is quite the, like exhaustion. Like I feel exhaustion here. 2 of Wands traditionally is not about exhaustion. It's actually when we're trying to get something started, where we're trying to, step out onto a certain path or make good on certain plans that we've created or seize opportunities, what have you, right? But I feel for many of you guys, this is like a little resistant or residual promises is what's coming through. Promises. So you might have a situation that you're dealing with or that you're involved in with another person where you may have made plans, because 2 of Wands can be about, making plans and setting things up. And it never got off the ground. It never started, but you or someone else is still hopeful that it would start. And I gotta tell you, it doesn't feel like it will. Or it feels like if it does start, it's going to quickly end. So there's, again, like this idea of promises unfulfilled or promises that need to be kept. And you or someone thinks it's the dignified or your integrity is on the line. Your, I suppose... your word is on the line, something like that. But at the same time, whatever was supposed to begin or happen, transpire, evolve, it's so long ago, Gemini, that you or someone else just should forget about it. Like, it's so long ago, like months, if not years, that it's have gone by, that this thing never took place, it never got started, it never fully came into fruition. It's like planning a party. I don't see that like specifically, but for some of you it could be, because the Knight of Pentacles is dressed in this tux. So again, when we wear a tux or something like that, it's like formal. So okay, let me use an example since it's a tux, right? Let's say it's a wedding, and that might be a little tricky, but it's like planning a wedding, but it got delayed for whatever reason. And, in our physical reality, COVID came along, and that could have, I know that put a lot of weddings on the back burner, or at least on the, to be continued list or something like that. In some of your cases, that wedding will not go off. It will not happen. Whether it be your wedding, a friend's wedding, your sister, your brother, your cousin, whoever, it's just done. Because in the interim, in the time that things have been on pause or things have been restricted in some type of way, again, that's not the innate meaning of the Two of Wands, but in this particular deck with the cross, the broom and the mop being crossed in front of the body, it's like it's not really happening. But anyway, so the delay, in the time of the delay, things have declined or slowed down so that possibly people have changed their priorities, changed their minds. Now that things have slowed down, I could take a closer look at who I'm trying to marry, and now I realize I don't want to marry this person. And I'm saying this in a kind of cavalier tone because I think someone here, you or the other person, is kind of over it. It doesn't have to be specifically a wedding, but I do get the sense of wedding because, also there. If you look at the illustration, there's sort of, there's like little hints of like married life. You know what I mean? So you've got the baby carriage, the home, the family on top of the world, So there is like this unfulfilled promise that some of you have. So your engagement or someone's engagement is not going to lead to being, a full committed marriage. Now, I think the context for some of you, you know why. Others of you don't know why. Some of you are just like, okay, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, Jay. I know why this isn't going to happen. And again, it doesn't have to be a marriage. I'm just using that as an example. You understand. Because world Capricorn energy, Saturnian energy is about lessons, karmic lessons, life lessons, big picture shit. Yeah. And some of you know why. It was never a match to begin with, or once this happened in the relationship, they started doing that and I started doing this and we just like drifted apart, blah, 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 blah. I never wanted to get married in the first place and this was, whatever. It's understood. Others of you, you have no idea. That's why for some of you, this reversal energy is showing me a delay or showing me, like I said before, resistance. Someone still fights for this when they shouldn't fight for this. And I should not say shouldn't, but like that's kind of the vibe. It's like fighting the universe, fighting God, or fighting the powers that be. Like the writing is on the wall here, and someone's just like, but I refuse to read it. What's that meme from like Arthur? I never watched that show, but like it's like Arthur's little sister, and there's so many memes, and it's something written on the wall. She's like, I'm not gonna let that sign stop me because I can't read it. So it's like being determined when your determination is for naught. It's wasted energy is what's coming through here. And that could be why the Two of Wands is sort of like in this locked position, because there is a part of the energy or someone in this dynamic, and it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be business, friendships, it could be any type of relationship. But somebody here is like ready to release, ready to put in the work to kind of detangle here. And another person, very dedicated, because it's Pentacles energy, and Knights, especially the Knight of Pentacles, would be a man or a woman on a mission, yes, to accomplish it no matter what. And it's like, bro or sis, let that shit go. So somebody here refuses to let go of something because they've made a promise, they have their pride on their line, their integrity on the line, their dignity on the line, whatever it is, their public, what do you call that, image is on the line. For some, this is a matter of like saving face so that the actual public doesn't think badly of you. And it's like, you better, I don't know, there's something about being exhausted and annoyed that somebody just won't let it go. Like, please stop this. This hurts you. This hurts me. This inconveniences you. This inconveniences me. This is just a hold up to the inevitable. Thank you. A hold up to the inevitable. You cannot stop this from ending or changing in some significant way, but somebody is doing their damnedest. And also, it's already done. Like, for some of you where it's like the wedding thing, you guys were scheduled to be married sometime in 2020, or somebody was, and we're in 2021, the relationship is over, the ring was returned, y'all done broke up, and, you know, somebody moved out and all this shit, but somebody's still calling and still trying and still acting like you're committed. What are you doing? Woo! Who dat? Don't like that. That's too much. Anyway, so what else is happening here, Gemini? Let's find out, shall we? What else is going on in this situation for Gemini? Show me. Promise of marriage, for sure. For some of you, not everybody, but for some of you, it is. Or, you know, this could be the delay of a divorce. I'm not sensing a split, but the world in general is an ending and marriage here with the Hierophant. Oh, excuse me. Let me move this over. Bottom of the deck. Speak it and it shall show up. It's like I sense it. Four of Wands. Commitments. Firm. Family. Foundations. Stuff like that. Six of Pentacles. Okay. That explains it. And the Eight of Swords, that explains that too. So for some of you, you're dealing with a person who is a soulmate. You think of them that way. They think of you that way. You know, take it all with a grain of salt. I'm not going to give my caveat anymore about soulmates. But Six of Pentacles, that's not a card of soulmate necessarily. But I get like, first of all, I hate this card because it's so ugly. But you see this kid and he's like, got his little like Beetlejuice compadres in the sheets there. It's like giving me this like historical vibe, like you and this person. Again, this is not a traditional understanding of the Six of Pentacles, but for some of you, you may have shared a past life or two with this person, or somebody in this situation is connected from a past life. Like that's it just popped in very strongly when I flipped that card over, like boom, past life. And usually when we're talking past lives, we are talking about somebody who is soulmate, soul tribe, soul family connected to us. You don't have to have known them intimately or romantically. You know, soulmates come in all shapes and sizes and of all different types. But, or for some, this is somebody you have like a debt to. And I don't think monetary debt, but like you're indebted to them or they feel indebted to you. And that's where the resistance / loyalty / I gotta look like protect my integrity comes in. Because we have history, I have to play this thing to the very end. And it's like, ironically, the end has happened, person. You know, if you open your eyes, you can see this is over. But it's like, I don't know. It's very weird. Hierophant. Major kind of a Taurus. You could be dealing with a Taurus. You don't have to be. And Eight of Swords. So yeah, I feel like this bottom row here, it just feels like at every turn, somebody has rhyme and reason as to why it should go a particular way. Or why you or they should recognize something a certain way. Why this or that needs to be. It's like giving, it's highly expectant. This is not what I envisioned. This is what whoever is resisting is saying. This is not what I envisioned. This is not what I saw happening. This is not what I felt I wanted to do or experience or come to terms with, whatever. And it's just so hard pressed to be proven wrong. Like, that is such an insult, such a hurt, that really would destroy this person. To a certain extent, I'm getting this idea of being destroyed if this person is quote unquote proven wrong. So it's like, it hurts their pride, it hurts their ego, it hurts their public persona, and they want the public, whether it be a small group of people, the public, like neighborhood, friends, family, that kind of public, or big, like national, if not global public, they want the approval, support, adoration, they want all of that to come to them from other people. This is somebody who, Gemini, they might love you, but they love what you are more than who you are. Does that make sense? Like, if this was a wedding thing, and this is just an example, it's coming through. This isn't a love reading, but that side of the message is coming through like 30-40% of the message. So if this is a person who you had a relationship with, or have, or whatever status you or they put on it, right? They love you for what you are, not who you are. Meaning, if you or they come together, you create a certain image, you create a certain status or clout that other people in the families can recognize and look at and say, there's the example of a couple that I want to be like, or they've got it together, or look at how much money they make together, or whatever it is. There's something beneficial in how your relationship is perceived that this person wants. They, it could be that, like a marriage of convenience, and they don't want the ruse to end. That's like only for like one or two of you. Like, you both go into it knowing we're only doing this for the clout. We're only doing this business deal or this friendship because it looks good. And, maybe you're like, social media, like with the TV here, like maybe you're big on social media, big on television, big on the internet or whatever, and it's good for both of your brands that you look like your best of pals, right? So many followers for you, so many millions of followers for them, etc., etc. You get all these endorsement deals and paid promotionals and all these kinds of things, right? But behind closed doors, it's dead. It's absolutely dead. And somebody's like, okay, I've gotten my fill. I'm done living this lie or pretending that we're going towards a certain end or certain status when we're not. We're not even friends. We don't like each other. We're not in love. We're da-da-da-da-da. And the other person's like, but I need this. We need this. It's good for the both of us. What they're really saying is it's good for me, right? So bullshit on all this, because I think it's so disingenuous, this desire to have the unit stay together. It's for pretense. It's not a genuine connection. It's just for again, likes and adoration and support of people that you may or may not know. If it's more family and friends, I can get it, because those are people that you have direct contact with, and like you have assumingly some type of rich foundation with. But if it's a bunch of anonymous people on the internet, or a bunch of people on a blog, or whatever at a convention, who gives a shit? But it's not for me to understand. Maybe you understand that a little bit more. 8 of Swords. So I think this actually plays for the two main people, whoever they might be, friends, family, lover, otherwise. I don't know the relationship. It could be any of those relationships. But I feel both parties, for now, are stuck in this unclosing, unending. This is like the never-ending story, but not in a good way. And even then, that movie is very tragic. But it's like this thing, someone here never wants it to end. And they are roping in another person, or even more than one person. If this was a friendship thing, a family thing, a business thing, it could be multiple people. Could even be in a marriage situation. I want to be married, but I also want my third party. There's no third party here, but I'm just saying it could exist. So someone's resistance to close it up, put a period at the end of the sentence, it keeps prolonging. And that's so ridiculous. Like every time I get to that notion of this is going to go on, this is going to continue on, I get so irritated. I'm not a Gemini. I'm not dealing with Geminis. I don't have Geminis in my life. No offense, of course. But I don't have any that are close to me. But this energy is just like over it, beyond over it, beyond over, beyond over how long it has taken to get to the end of the road here. Two of Cups back there. For some of you, definitely it's a romantic relationship. You are some type of soulmate. It doesn't have to be romantic in all cases, but you or they know or believe you are in a soulmate relationship. Four of Wands. Some of you, again, you were already, and I did say that. Some of you have established this foundation with this person already. So some of you, this is the prolonged continuation of a marriage that needs to end. Again, not a lot of cards out here of ending a particular marriage. I feel more the message for some of you is a marriage that never solidified, and going from being that engaged almost at the altar couple to now being single or separated or whatever. That is the thing that there's more resistance, or excuse me, that story is coming through stronger than the marriage that actually went to the altar, you got your marriage license, all the good stuff, been married for X amount of years, and now that's possible, but regardless. Four of Wands. You have history. You have built something together. You both put in to have this thing. The family dynamic, the business dynamic, the social media presence as best friends who, I don't know. You're out there promoting some skincare line or whatever the hell it is, right? You've put in together. And that makes it, for the one who wants to walk away, it would possibly be a forfeiting of this. I'm not gonna lie. And that could be also residual resistance. What do I mean by residual resistance? Someone absolutely doesn't want it to end. Someone else, even though they might be annoyed, the other person might be annoyed, frustrated at how it's prolonging, but they also still kind of like the benefit of what has been built. Meaning, if you do have a business relationship and you don't want to partner with this person anymore, you're tired of faking it in front of the cameras, right? But you also are getting those fringe, not even fringe, you're getting those very, very prominent benefits. So as long as you and this person put out to the public that you're working well together, you guys are best of friends or whatever, you're getting those checks. You're getting booked for events. You're getting interviewed on national TV or certain people's podcasts or whatever. You have this exposure. So you're still getting this benefit even though you kind of want out. So for some of you, that's where you resist, or the other person is resistant, is like, I wish this was over, but at the same time, I'm not mad at these checks though. You get me? Gemini, that's your reading for May. If this reading resonated with you, if you like what you saw here, please hit the like button, leave a comment down below and tell me how it resonated if you care to share. You don't have to, of course. It's always your choice. And if you haven't subscribed before, please make sure that you do so now. Make sure you hit the notification button, or bell, I should say, so you can see when I do actually upload to the channel and when I go live on the channel. Gemini, if you want to get at me for a personal reading, the information is down in the description box below on how to do so, okay? Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Take care.